Did you pick the song as a single, or did TikTok pick it for you?
TikTok picked it. I would have wanted it to be a single, but no, it wasn't a single. TikTok picked it for me. Thank you, TikTok. TikTok has done everything for that song, which is crazy.
At what point did you?
Some really famous people doing the TikToks too.
I know, dude. There were like YouTubers that I used to watch when I was like 12 doing the dance, so it's pretty insane. But
I watched it with J-Lo and A-Rod. Like, do you have a favorite one? Because there's just so many.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is wild.
Do you show that to your friends?
They sent it to me, so there we go.
Got him. Sorry, Dan.
I was gonna say, at what point do you realize it's blowing up and like this song's gonna be a hit and this song's working? I
mean, it's been quite weird because I feel like I've kind of been in like isolation for like the majority of the time that the song has been kind of going off on TikTok. So it's just been like me at home with my phone and people just sending me this like constant flow of like people dancing to my song, and it's like crap. And I have a little brother, and he kind of gave me like the inside scoop on the TikTok because I kind of didn't really understand it. And he was like, so these are like the big TikTokers. And it was like this chick called like Charlie D'Amelio, maybe? Yeah. I think that's right. And he was like, yeah, she's like, she's like the main chick. And I was like, okay, sick. And then someone sent me a video of her doing the dance, and I was like, oh, crap, like what does this mean for Supalonely? And I think that's kind of it's kind of when that stuff happened that I kind of realized.
What kind of headspace were you in when you go into the session to create Supalonely? Because obviously it's a camp situation, or did you did you go in blank slate?
I think that whole trip was kind of a weird timing for me, I think, because I kind of went into it very sad, to be honest, because I had just been through a breakup.
Were you super lonely?
I was bloody lonely, man. I was like I was a little bit kind of like hating the world, and I was like, everything is bad. I was in my little sad girl phase. I'm not anymore, but I kind of got there, and it was very weird for me because I didn't really want to write a happy song, and all the producers were really nice, and I was like, damn it, like I'm just gonna kill everyone's mood. And I don't know, but I mean, I got in there and first it was just starting fresh with like no ideas. I kind of went in there like a blank kind of canvas and stuff for every session, which was cool. It was weird, and it was challenging, but I think I kind of learned a lot from it, and kind of, I don't know, putting yourself into uncomfortable situations, I feel like you can kind of get really cool stuff out of it.
But also being in that emotional headspace, you were looking to express or to get something out.
Definitely. Oh yeah, that whole trip was like a big old venting session, and everyone who I worked with was really good about talking, like about every musician that I worked with was just like yes, and I feel like they've all like they could be like love gurus, or like the relationship bloody counselor. I don't know. Yeah, it was cool.
No, but it's the truth. I mean, think about it. They hear about a lot of relationships and a lot of love.
They would. They definitely, 100%.
So if you're so sad and lonely, how does the song get so upbeat?
I know. I mean, it was the first session that I did on the trip, and then I wrote my song Blue on the second day, which is a completely different kind of vibe. It's very sad. But I mean, with Supalonely, I got into the session and I was like, okay, I can be super depreciato about this all, and I can be like, a sad, lonely person, or I can be like, I'm going to poke fun at myself for this because I am sad and lonely, and I feel like that's kind of how sometimes I deal with my kind of sadder emotions. I'm kind of like, shut up, like, what the heck, like, don't freaking cry over this stupid stuff. And I think, I don't know, I wanted to be really super self-deprecating with it, because I feel like, I knew that I could write a really sad breakup song, but I kind of wanted to add a little twist and be mean to myself, because for some reason it made me feel kind of good doing that.
The lyrics tell one story, the production moves in a different direction, but at the end of the day, the song flows and it complements one another. It's a sad song that you can dance to. Yeah.
That was Josh producing that song. And I worked with a writer called Jenna Andrews.
She's great.
And that was like, she's awesome. And I think that she's a friend of mine, and like, I love her. And that was the first time I worked with her, but I'd met her before that. And I had never kind of like properly worked with like a songwriter, because I write my lyrics, and it was kind of like a matter of like, I don't know, I kind of got in there and I was like, this is so strange. And she was kind of telling me about like what it's like for some people who go into sessions and there's like two writers in there, and they'll just the artist will tell them what they're kind of going through, and then they'll write the song for them, and they'll kind of just, the artist will be there. And I was like, what? Like there's this whole world that I had no idea about. But I think what kind of worked with her really well was that like we obviously knew each other, and she was like, I know that you like to write your songs, but we started the session off with just like a massive conversation about exactly, you know, what was happening. And I was like, this is real talk. And she was like, oh my gosh, like I feel you. And she was like, okay, like what kind of a vibe should we do? And I was like, I reckon I want to make like a happy song, because I know the rest is going to go downhill as like the month kind of, you know, progresses. And yeah, I don't know. But then we made a happy song.
Supalonely is a happy song, or does it just sound happy?
It actually just sounds happy. Yeah, it's not actually a happy song, but it kind of is. I think Josh did a really good job at making it seem like it was a happy song, but it's not actually a happy song. I wasn't happy when I wrote it. Yeah.
So the line "lonely," yeah, where'd that come from?
A lot of what I do, like when I'm making songs, is kind of with Josh. I'll kind of just get into the booth and just freestyle a bunch of stuff, and that usually happens with like I'll have lyrics and I'll go in and just kind of like try out different melody ideas by freestyling. And I think that like with the stuff like I kind of, especially for the ad-libby stuff, I will kind of just go in there and it'll just be like whatever comes out is kind of just what happens. And I think that in this case, I was kind of like, all right, we're going to get super weird with this. And I kind of we did like a bunch of takes of just me ming and ahhing and screaming into the mic. And then for some reason they made it into the song. But I mean, it kind of worked. So.
Those laughs though?
Yeah. There's some weird laughs.
I want to know if you're ever going to do the TikTok dance yourself, because nobody else has done it, and I don't see any videos of you doing it.
I know. The thing about BENEE is I actually can't dance, and I feel like it requires too many like moves, and I'm too unco, so I feel like I'm going to leave it to the people. I did the glitter one when people asked me to, because that also had a TikTok dance, but whoever made the TikTok dance for Supalonely can actually dance. I feel like.
I don't know, those dance moves in the Supalonely video are pretty good.
I feel like I'm gonna sit back and maybe not do it. Too hard. Too difficult.